This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. As we continue to listen, learn, and grow, we are amplifying Black voices and perspectives in an effort to start a new COVID-19 vaccine conversation. We're sharing stories intended to help us navigate this unprecedented time together and to co-create solutions in support of the Black community. Hear these stories at weconsiderwa.org.
Make your kitchen ready for every summer gathering this Memorial Day with LG and Lowe's. Our exclusive InstaView appliance suite includes ranges with air fry, refrigerators with slow melting craft ice, and an exclusive dishwasher you can only find at Lowe's. Plus, you'll get up to 10% back via a MasterCard prepaid card when you bundle eligible LG products via rebate. Shop Memorial Day savings at Lowe's. Offer valid 3/3 through 5/18 on select LG items only. See Lowe's.com/rebates for details and timing.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. And yeah, it's our 50th anniversary, which means you can get some good gear. We got that 50th anniversary gear available in the Rock Shop. Come on!
Hats, zip-up hoodies, T-shirts.
Yeah.
Oh, my. Toques for our Canadian friends.
Oh, toques.
Yeah.
No, we had toques.
Beanies.
Oh, I love this plan. Yeah, you got to get these, man, because you're sitting. They've got the emblazoned Rock logo, emblazoned in gold all over them, man. And like Steve said, so many different designs celebrating 50 years. I mean, this is your joint. This is what you grew up listening to. This is what you're still growing up listening to. 50 is a big number. Celebrate it at the Rock Shop. Get the gear today. KISW.com.
Let's play Beat Mix. It's time to play the game. Yeah. So everybody scream his name. Beat Mix. Don't be a loser. Whoa. Beat Mix. You're a loser.
It is time to Beat Mix. And it's Tuesday, so let's turn down for turtles.
I like turtles.
Me too. Ride.
Okay.
The turtle.
Yeah, we're talking about the 50th anniversary.
Hey.
Nobody wants those turtle shirts. Okay?
Everything is limited edition there. You can get the 50th anniversary, get yourself a nice beanie, and to go along with it, get yourself a Ride the Turtle shirt. Look at that.
Couldn't we have just limited them to like 10, and then that would have been, we'd be done with this? Why don't we have to get more than 10?
It's the hottest selling turtle shirt on the Rock Shop.
Oh, is it? The hottest selling turtle shirt, I see. Yeah, well, I guess that.
Oddly specific, but
Yes.
also not
I believe
wrong.
Jeff Bezos wore one while going to space today.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, you can believe what you want, sir.
I saw it on the internet. That means it's true.
All right.
Truth. Let's get to our contestant today. We got Pat in Tacoma. Pat, are you there?
I seem to be.
Excellent. Good.
All
Well,
right.
Steve, get out of here. For those playing at home, Pat will have 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. Pat, you can pass all you want, but you will only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
Chris Cornell performed You Know My Name for which 2006 James Bond film?
Oh, good God, pass.
Which sport was invented by Dr. James Naismith in 1891?
Golf?
No.
Baseball?
No.
Soccer?
No. In what movie did Molly Ringwald and Emilio Estevez spend a day in detention?
Breakfast Club?
Yes. Neil Diamond had the late 60s song titled Sweet What?
Caroline?
Yes. Yeah. What food company produces the cereals Count Chocula and Frankenberry?
Oh, God. It's G&E. No.
No.
Pass.
Glaucoma affects what part of the body?
Pass.
Which planet has the most volcanoes?
Earth.
No.
Mars.
No.
Mercury.
No. Ooh, and Pat dropped deuce.
Yeah, he did right there.
Yeah, good old deuce.
Yeah, a good old deuce.
Well, you'll have that.
Yeah, sometimes those questions aren't in your wheelhouse, and then you don't do very well.
Well,
And you cut out for about 10 seconds.
Oh, no.
Oh, that sucks.
Blame the phone. It is always a good standby when you don't know the answers to things.
Oh!
I'm just...
There's that.
He's not dying. Steve, you're back. Are you ready?
Oh, yeah!
Chris Cornell performed You Know My Name for which 2006 James Bond film?
Casino Royale?
Yes. Which sport was invented by Dr. James Naismith in 1891?
Basketball.
Yes. In what movie did Molly Ringwald and Emilio Estevez spend a day in detention?
Breakfast Club.
Yes. Neil Diamond had the late 60s song titled Sweet What?
Caroline.
Yes. What
Good
food?
times never.
So good. So good. So good.
Sorry.
What food company produces the cereals Count Chocula and Frankenberry?
Kellogg's.
No.
M&M's.
No.
That's it. M&M's.
Hershey's.
No. Glaucoma affects what part of the body?
Eyes.
Yes. Which planet has the most volcanoes?
That'd be planet Earth.
No.
Mars.
No.
Jupiter.
No. Liverpool, England has an airport named after which Beatle?
George.
No.
John.
Yes. In what country was the first coin-operated slot machine invented?
America.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You win 7-2.
Oh.
Yeah.
Was
Sorry,
stressing
Pat.
out.
That was, yeah. You know what happened there, Pat.
Yeah, dropped a deuce.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did. Unfortunately.
Next time, buddy. Next time you'll get them.
There's always next time.
Oh, look at this.
Sweet victory.
We know Peppa Pig here. This SpongeBob.
That's right. Still the OG.
The OG. Does anybody want to venture a guess on the planet that has the most volcanoes?
Well, the only one that wasn't said was Venus.
Well, I mean, there were other ones that weren't said, but you are absolutely correct. The rest of them were gas giants, so yeah.
Yeah, that's what I figured. And I mean, I don't know how they could really tell, like, the most volcanoes unless it was a closer planet to us than like,
Totally.
the way outs.
Mm-hmm, exactly. Yeah. And also, BJ, I imagine that you would know the cereal company that produces Count Chocula and Frankenberry.
Well, outside of Kellogg's, all I know is Post and General Mills.
And then you'd be correct because it's General Mills.
That's what I would go.
I couldn't think of a single other one.
Yeah.
I was you know what? Brain Fart City.
Brain Fart City.
How sad is it? That was my life. I mean,
What,
really.
cereal?
Yeah. I mean, I knew all my cereals, man. That was me growing up as a kid. Cereals were a big deal. All the characters. I mean, really, all of them, man. And I never got what I wanted because there was always a new one to get. And my parents, my parents were like, "Wait a second, well, I thought you liked Captain Crunch." I remember the fights we would get into because my mother would bring home Captain Crunch from the grocery store. I'm like, "Where's Count Chocula?" She goes, "When did you like this guy? Who's Count Chocula?" Oh, it was a beating.
Oh, look at you, lucky man. We always had the bag generic versions, which would be like Not So Captain, Not So Crunch. I don't even remember the names of them, but it was never the full box ones.
I'm so old. I don't know if they had generic versions in the 60s. I don't know if they were allowed to do it because I don't remember it. Now, maybe they did, but I don't remember.
Yeah, fair enough. It was always the ones on the bottom shelf in the bags.
Oh, yeah. I remember
Still
those.
tasted great, by the way. I still loved them, so I don't care.
Yeah, those are cereal.
They were. Well, congrats, Steve. You won.
Thank you.
Good job, Stevie.
Victorious.
Hey, got a new survey. It's talking about sex in public. Hey, let's do that. A lot. Well, we
Want to talk about the survey or actually do the deed?
Yeah, we woke Vicky up. That was the important thing.
She perked up.
23% have said actually that they have had sex on public transportation. It's one thing just to go out in a field, and be in public or on a beach. These folks are doing it on public transportation.
Jeez, man, I don't know if I could ever have the courage to do something like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like to be on like a bus, although probably weirder stuff happens on a bus, so maybe people would welcome that. I don't know, but I would just be so terrified.
As a security guard, I did quote unquote bust people who were not on a bus but banging at the bus stop in the little cubbyhole area where you sit and you wait for your bus.
Well, there is some privacy. I mean,
there was a slight amount, but maybe they didn't notice, or maybe they did notice the fact that there were cameras everywhere.
Oh,
and I had to get the other security guard to slow roll past them to be like, hey, there's people here.
I feel like back at a bus probably right by where like the doors are in the back because there's a little bit of like a blockage. So maybe you could pull it off there.
Yeah, that's a
maybe not
possibility.
the right term to use, but
Yeah.
That is accurate.
yeah.
Yes.
I feel like if there was a quote unquote safe spot to do it on the bus, that would be where it would be.
Did you miss what Vicky said, though? She said that as accurate as if she exactly knows that's the place you can go.
It was in high school, so it was the school bus.
There we go.
Yeah, it was an all boys high school for me,
Yeah.
so that didn't really.
Like if you did
wasn't
have
on
any
my
sex,
radar.
it would be a very different thing. No, I feel like there's a lot of things I did when I was a teenager and even in my early 20s that I look back on. I'm like, how the hell did I have the courage to do that? Because even like, ooh, let's make out in the car. Like that even seems kind of like naughty. Like what if somebody catches us? Like you kind of lose that nerve as you get older. I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
Wow. So Vicky says yes to a bus.
So bus you would do.
I
Or
have
done.
done.
Yeah, that's
what I mean. Yes.
Take that off.
Okay.
Yes.
That's not the most popular.
Ding,
That's
ding,
only
ding.
the third most popular place that people have done it. So the bus is number 3.
Okay.
So what do you think's ahead of the
Plane's
bus?
got to be number 1.
Yeah, right.
Number 1, sir. There
Yeah.
you go.
makes
So,
Danny did that one.
Popular.
Yeah, Danny pulled that one off.
Yeah.
oh, so Danny did do that. Okay, Mile High Danny.
Remember, it was
Yeah.
a few years ago, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
we went
congratulations.
on a flight to Colorado.
Mile High.
Mile High for real. Yeah.
Danny, you were with somebody because by yourself doesn't count.
Wow. Yes.
Well, if that was the case.
Yeah, I'd be
Yeah.
a frequent Mile High Club flyer.
That's
Yeah,
true.
yeah, I would actually never have been. I would never even think of do something like that. That'd be terrifying.
My girlfriend initiated it.
Oh, good for
atta
her.
girl.
I was like, yeah.
Did you use the hey? We're going to the Mile High City. Maybe we should join the Mile High Club.
No,
Or she
no.
just touched you. And then you're like that.
She did the whole like
Yeah, I guess guys are different than girls. Like you don't have
Are
to
they?
smooth
Are they
talk.
really? All right. Yeah.
She just has to go, "Wah," and you're like, okay,
It's time.
Right.
Yeah.
Whereas we'd probably be like, hey, babe, did you know?
I don't know if anybody would respond to that, Steve. Really? I mean, maybe the Creep High Club.
All right, so far I'm 0 for 2.
Yeah.
What's next, BJ?
Okay, so plane is number 1, bus is number 3, and number 2 is the train or the subway.
No.
Which we're getting. I mean, we got light rail, and we're getting more light rail tracks, which means there's going to be more opportunities.
Train on a train?
Yeah, run the train on the train.
I mean,
Vicky, have you been a train or a subway girl, or just a bus?
I don't like, at least not in this country. I've never been on a subway.
At
But,
least
like,
not in this country. So
No,
you're
I'm
saying
like,
when
but
you
like
went to
I-
England?
No, I mean I would have, but I'm thinking like a train, the ones with maybe the sleeping compartments. I think that would
Okay.
be cool. I haven't.
Oh, that
really,
makes sense.
That would be doable. I would be comfortable pulling that one.
Pun
off.
intended.
Yes.
Well, I mean, you're supposed to have your own cabin, I suppose, right? I mean, I guess there is some, privacy in a sleeper car.
I mean,
Oh,
sometimes
yeah, that
there's
makes
shared
sense.
ones. Like when I was in Europe when I was 17, there was 4 of us in one room, and it was kind
Oh.
of compact. So that would have been impressive, actually.
Ooh.
That is now my new goal in life.
Someone said I've gotten some action. Somebody talked into my microphone on the ferry to Bremerton. The
That's
ferry.
number 4 on the list.
The
Ferries
ferry?
and water taxis. Yeah, number 4.
Man.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And here's the newest one. I mean, hey, congratulations, Uber and Lyft drivers, because number 5 is someone's rideshare or taxi cab.
your Uber has arrived.
Yeah.
Yes, it has.
I've done one. I haven't done the full enchilada deal, but I did the talking into the microphone one. Or I got that
On an Uber?
on an Uber one time on the way home from Cap Hill.
Really?
Hope you
Yeah.
left a 5-star review.
The driver know?
No,
How?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, we were
Talk
also
about focus.
super intoxicated.
Oh, yeah.
So they
But
probably knew.
They totally knew, and you just didn't care.
Yeah, there's no way they didn't know.
I mean, it
You might
was.
want to check the internet. They might have like a webcam or something like that. Like it's like,
Oh, yeah, brother.
It's like cash cab, but it's
Yeah.
like
Ryan's with.
It's called fake taxi.
Wow. Okay, then.
I forgot about that one. So you just brought that up.
Uber.
So,
See, I was like, of all the ones, that seems like the most insane one to even consider.
And it wasn't quite. I wasn't the Uber driver, but I was the driver. I was the designated driver for my buddy's his birthday party, and I know that him and his girl were doing stuff in the back seat, and I was a good friend and just looked forward.
Yeah.
Just no, I didn't want to see that. However, I'm curious about the ferry one. Did they do it on the ferry in the car, or did they go up on the ferry and do it in the ferry area?
Oh, that's a good point, because you're either a driver or a walker. Then, yeah, I guess if you're being carred, I mean, the car is a great I mean, a lot of people get out of their cars, too, when they're on the ferry.
Most people do.
Yeah, let's go walk around, see what's up. So that's an opportunity, I suppose, to get privacy.
See, I used to just use that opportunity to just sleep in my car. Right. And I would just lay the seat back. But sometimes I'd be like, back in a long time ago, I remember just going from like...
Steve.
What?
I mean, if we took a look at this list and said how many of these things has Steve slept on, you'd probably have done them all.
All of them, yeah. I've checked all the boxes, BJ. You're absolutely right. There's nothing more unnerving, though, to hear like a ferry employee banging on your windshield. Like, wake up, sir. Because I'm like the first car, and every car can't get around. And so I'm like,
that's awesome.
Where am I? And then I realize I'm on a ferry.
Different kind of banging on the windshield for Steve on that one.
Man, I slept hard for that 30 minutes.
Oh, you did. Oh, it is time for Listeners on the Loose. This is your opportunity. You pick the topic. You guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. We got your calls and we got your texts. We'll do that at 9:20 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. It's Listeners on the Loose, brought to you by Spartan Plumbing. Listeners on the Loose, you pick the topic, you guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. Okay, you want to get on, you want to tell people what's up, but make sure you follow Steve's rule.
It's a simple rule, BJ, that's to show some energy and bring it. Otherwise, we're going to have to gong you. And then say goodbye.
Goodbye, old friend.
206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999.
Some few people just texted, Migs, did you see the video that's surfacing of the Pike Place Market announcing a hockey player? Dude, this is hilarious.
When you announcing what kind of hockey player? One of ours?
Yeah, so it's on Twitter. I mean, I don't know if it's like multiple takes or just doing different names just to kind of get it ready, but like they're probably pre-taping some of the stuff for the announcements of the expansion draft, which is happening tomorrow. So there's footage out there of, it looks like it's Kevin Weeks from ESPN now. He used to be on the NHL Network. Great hockey bro. We've had him on before. He's in town. And he's with one of the Pike Place Market guys, and they catch a fish, and inside the fish there's a name. And somebody caught it on video and it announces a certain player. And so some are saying, though, they might have done multiple players for each team. So this just might be they'll do multiple takes with every player that's on that team.
Ah, okay, sure.
Otherwise, somebody inadvertently leaked one of the players that's going to be out there. Which I think was...
Oh, so they were doing a creative throw the fish, and then inside the fish, there's one of the new Kraken.
Yeah, I think that's going to be part of the production piece. That's going to be tomorrow's, expansion draft preview, which is going to be happening at 5:00, or not preview, but the actual picks at 5:00.
So then we've made our picks. We just apparently, I mean, if they've, or at least, I guess, like you said, if they've decided to pick we know we're going to get that team, right? I guess they have to know something.
Well, they know that there's X amount of players available for, like, let's just say, for instance, the Calgary Flames.
Exactly.
So they might do the video of, like, let's say there's 10 guys that are available.
So they do 10 different
versions.
shots.
And then once they figure it all out, because I can't imagine that the Kraken have been like, hey, we already got our picks, here you go, and just give them to the producers right now.
Well, let me ask you this. Do we have to take somebody from every team?
Yes.
Oh, yes. Well, then they didn't really spoil anything at that point, did they? If they did the 10 takes or whatever.
If they did the 10 takes. If this is just a one and done thing, then they spoiled the play. I just think it's hilarious.
Yeah, you're right.
But they've been so tight-lipped with everything. We didn't even know that Dave Haxtell was even on their radar for being a coach until that morning. So it would blow me away if something like this got leaked out. You know what I mean? But it's pretty funny to see that.
So do we have is there a name? Like you can actually see in the person's video a particular name?
Oh, yeah, you hear it plain as day. It's just like you hear the name and everything. So it's just
we're going to find out on Wednesday if, in fact, there was a 1 take or a 10 take. You know what I mean? Because if that's the name.
And someone maybe they're just trolling that team, which, you know what? I mean, their social media has been having fun with, like, all the teams. What if they leaked it? And then it's like, and then put it on their social media, but put it on someone else's.
Oh, yeah.
You never know.
I think the NHL would be pissed if another team decided to be trolly, to ruin the big day, and the big announcement.
No, I mean like the Kraken are trolling that team thing. They're taking this guy, but they don't actually take that guy.
Oh, I see what you mean. Oh, that's a nice troll too. There's a lot of ways to troll.
Who knows what's going on? But tomorrow we'll have a little bit of insight and a big preview. We're going to be talking with John Forsland, who's the TV play-by-play guy for Root Sports. He's going to be the voice of the Kraken when you watch it on television. He'll be joining us tomorrow at 9:15 to talk about the upcoming
very, very
draft.
cool.
Yeah. He's been around forever. He's a great play-by-play guy. I'm excited that he's on board to be the play-by-play guy for the Kraken.
Oh man, dude, it's all coming. It's. I mean, really, now it's getting realer and realer.
It's getting realist. In fact, one texter says, "Hey, thanks to you guys and your enthusiasm for the Kraken, I've become a hockey fan. I really got hooked during the playoffs last season, and now that the expansion draft is tomorrow, I'm legit losing my ass with excitement. Let's go Kraken!"
Yeah, I mean, this is insane. Because of all of the great players that we could get, and whoever we get, if the Magic just, basically just mixes it all up and people stay healthy with any of the veterans that we might get. Yep. And then if we get, some cool guys in the amateur draft, I don't know how many, do you know how many you end up drafting in the amateur draft? At least getting one.
7 rounds. I could be wrong. Yeah. You might want to check.
Man.
It's changed over the years, and I've never really I don't get too nerdy about the entry draft after the first, because some of these guys, you'll never see them again. You know what I mean? So you get excited, but the first round pick obviously is going to be a guy that's going to make a difference for the team, and it's 7 rounds.
All right, so it's just who knows what you're going to get, but
that's this weekend. So we go from the expansion draft, then
it's this weekend.
Yes.
Whoa.
So on Friday, then we start up the entry draft.
Whoa, that's quick.
Yep.
Wow, we are really going to know our team very quickly. And, of course, you announced earlier that the jerseys are on sale in September.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
The sweaters, if you want to, we know they're sweaters. And it looks
they're
like
both, baby. They put it in the statement that it's both.
There you go. So, everybody, take it easy.
So, stop being so angry at each other.
Yeah. It is Listeners on the Loose. You pick the topic. You guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999.
Oh, someone has a question, and I'm imagining it's inspired because of Jeff Bezos riding his giant space dong to space.
Oh, yeah.
Space dong. Someone said you have to spend one day in space with either Elon Musk, Richard Branson, or Jeff Bezos. Who are you chilling with?
That's the best answer
did
there,
I say that
Danny.
out loud?
I like Richard Branson. I mean, I don't know why people are really hating on that guy. I've read the interviews and seen interviews, I should say, and read stuff about. He doesn't seem like a horrible guy. He's just a rich guy with a lot of dough. I don't know much about Jeff Bezos, to be honest with you. And Elon Musk is out of his mind. There's no doubt about it. But he likes to have fun because of his 420-69 jokes.
See, yeah, I think I'd go Elon Musk just so we could do 69 jokes for the entire space flight. How much more time? He'd be like 6 minutes and 9 seconds. And I'd be like, nice. I think that would be the only guy I could do that with.
I love British culture, so I'm leaning towards Branson.
I might do Bezos only because when I wrestle, there's the hecklers in the match, because some people want to give me a hard time, and there are people that will call me Jeff Bezos during the match because I'm bald.
Oh, right.
So,
yeah.
I mean, it's body shaming. I think it needs to stop.
Totally baldest.
They call you the most rich guy in the world. I don't know why that's an insult.
Right. I once said, I was like, just like Jeff Bezos, I own this effing city. Exactly. And then they got more mad at me, and so they kept chanting F Jeff Bezos to me.
Oh, well,
but I feel like I should go with him, and then I get a video footage of me body slamming him just to be like, I'm not Jeff Bezos.
I feel like Jeff Bezos, and Joe Coy should go up together. You know what I mean? It'll be like the triplets.
And only one comes back.
We've all merged into one. Super Bezos.
Super Bezos.
Now, these are all old people. I'm not too sure anybody else in the show wants to go up with any of them.
Well, I mean, I prefer not to. I'd rather go up with, you guys. But
that's adorable. Really? Even me over those guys?
Well, I was looking at Danny, Rev, and Vicky.
Oh, yeah. All right, I was getting a little worried there. I thought you lost your mind for a second.
Yeah, even you, BJ.
Wow.
Well, that's okay. You and Musk would be a tough call. Because, he really does like the 69 jokes. And you get more annoyed with me.
Yeah, that's a good point.
For me, if I had to pick one, it would have to be Elon, just because at that point I'd be like, I'll just get him drunk and convince him to give me a Tesla. That'd be the only reason.
Well, he's already taking you up in space, but you want a Tesla too.
Yeah, I mean, I if I have to endure going up with one of them, I'm gonna have to do.
And
that
you know how you get it? You just go, Elon, it'll be hilarious. And you're like, what? Because he seems to like doing hilarious things. Like, if you just gave me a Tesla, he's like, you know what? That would be hilarious.
Exactly. Yeah, you're broing down at that point.
Oh, I got news for you. He's not annoying anymore, is he, Danny? Because he's the kind of guy that can go, look, giving you a drink right now and giving you a Tesla is pretty much means the same thing to me. You want a drink? You want a Tesla? Which one do you want? Yeah, he'll be your buddy.
So I said Branson's the only one who treats his employees very well, so maybe go with him.
Well, I don't know anything about how anybody treats their employees, so but I still like Branson. Vicky?
See, I'm not as greedy as Danny. I would definitely want to go up with Elon just because I think he would be a little bit more interesting, but also I wouldn't want a Tesla. I want the not a flamethrower.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
I want to play with that.
No, we're not going to let you touch that. You get hurt a lot and you break things a lot.
Yeah, we don't need.
No, we're not giving you a flamethrower.
That's a bad idea.
This is why I'm hanging out with Elon. He's going to give it to me.
Yeah, I know
because they're sold out right now.
Yeah, we're going to tell him don't give Vicky anything that's dangerous because, well, she's kind of a jinx.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatevs.
Whatevs is true. It is Listeners on the Loose. You pick the topic. You guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. More of your calls and more of your texts at 9:33 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. As we continue to listen, learn, and grow, we are amplifying Black voices and perspectives in an effort to start a new COVID-19 vaccine conversation. We're sharing stories intended to help us navigate this unprecedented time together and to co-create solutions in support of the Black community. Hear these stories at weconsiderwa.org.
Make your kitchen ready for every summer gathering this Memorial Day with LG and Lowe's. Our exclusive InstaView appliance suite includes ranges with air fry, refrigerators with slow melting craft ice, and an exclusive dishwasher you can only find at Lowe's. Plus, you'll get up to 10% back via a MasterCard prepaid card when you bundle eligible LG products via rebate. Shop Memorial Day savings at Lowe's. Offer valid 3/3 through 5/18 on select LG items only. See Lowe's.com/rebates for details and timing.
Take the next step toward the career you want, be it business, cybersecurity, healthcare, or more. UMGC can help you get there. No application fee when you apply by August 31st. Visit umgc.edu, certified to operate by Chev.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. Listeners on the Loose, you pick the topic. You guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999.
So I want to know, BJ, what's your all-time favorite board game, and what's a good board game to play with two people that you like?
So does that mean a board game for three people? Is that what he?
I guess so. Yeah.
That's weird. A 3-player board game, almost.
Or a two-person board game, maybe. What's a good board game to play with two people that you like?
Yeah, it's so. Yeah, I don't. Oh, I see. With two people that I like.
So you would suggest, that I like. Yeah, at first I was like, you had to pick two people that you like. I'm like, well, why would you want to play board games with people you don't like?
Okay, cool.
Now I get it.
Yeah, so Seven Wonders Duel is a great 2-player game, and Seven Wonders, the original game, was an award winner, but the 2-player version was not that good. Well, they redesigned an entire thing to make it a duel game and release that, and it's really a good game, and the expansions that go along with it. So yeah, Seven Wonders Duel is a good one, that's for sure. And my favorite game of all time, there's two of them, because of the two different reasons. One's a social deduction game where I get to argue with people and lie about being a good guy or a bad guy. It's called The Resistance, and it's a very cheap game to buy, but it is a lot of fun, up to 10 people. And if you've got the right group of people, it can be a blast. You can have some beverages. Vicky will never play it because there's too much yelling and screaming. Though I've tried to adjust my life and not be as much of a yeller and screamer anymore. And then
so you're still kind of yelling and screaming, but just in a now more calm voice.
I'm trying, Steve. I just had a little bit of a screaming match with my best friend Josh. But I mean, luckily we know each other well enough to do it. But I've really been, for the most part, trying to be cool, because you got sometimes little kids or at least younger people who are just doing it for the first time. You don't want it to be a horrible, traumatic experience for them. So the game's called The Resistance. Stronghold Games, I think, has it. And then the granddaddy of all the greatest space games there ever was, in my opinion, Twilight Imperium by Fantasy Flight Games. It is excellent, insane. It can go 12 hours, but, if you're like me and you just love that whole thing, it is pretty excellent. And I even got Joey Dees to play it, and he even liked it. He said he never would, and he came over and played it and liked it. So there you go.
Wasn't that weekend that it was really hot out and he wanted to go somewhere with AC?
Never mind, Vicky. I'm telling myself he liked the game.
Fair enough.
And that's why he was there.
Seems fair.
Yeah. It is Listeners on the Loose. You pick the topic. You guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999.
Someone want to know, what do you guys think is the best music video of all time? The best music video of all time? You can't do that to us.
That's it. I mean, first of all, I haven't watched a music video in forever, so I don't know what really is considered the greatest in the last 10 years.
Because there's just so many different vibes. Like, I mean, I can think of like some Foo Fighter music videos like the Big Me one, the Mentos commercial.
So good.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Do you remember the first one that blew your mind? Because I do, and it would be 9 Inch Nails' Closer. Just because of how crazy that was, or Tool's Sober. Just with all of the art and the little dude with the arm and stuff.
I mean, Prison Sex. There's a lot of Tool videos that are pretty mind-blowing.
Yeah.
You know which one, and Steve, you're going to love me for this one, but it was because it got me into, wanting to play in a band. Limp Bizkit's Nookie.
Yes.
Do you remember it was Fred Durst just walking around and then
all
setting
these
up
hot chicks that dress like him show up?
Yeah. And then just setting up in a parking lot and playing on a rooftop and then getting arrested. I was like, I want to do that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Let's do it for that Nookie.
And there's a lot of reasons. I mean, like Weezer's Troublemaker, they set a lot of Guinness World Records with making that video, like the biggest set of nachos ever put out. And there was a ton of different things that were going on in that video that ended up being Guinness World Records that they were doing when that video was done. So I mean, how do you judge anything?
Dude, I got it. Thriller.
Thriller?
It has to be Thriller. It was a mini movie.
Yeah, it was amazing, Rev. I don't know what's come since then.
Whoa!
What?
Stupid.
They even had Edward Scissorhands' dad in it, for crying out loud. Come on.
It wasn't my thing. This is going to be a weird one. You're probably going to have to look it up to find it. There's a weird electronic group called Uncle, UNKLE, and this is back in my ecstasy days. I remember I was really messed up, but then by the end of the night, I'm coming down, and my buddy put on this music video, and it featured Tom York from Radiohead. And he sang on the song. And there's a scene in this, there's this guy wearing a weird hoodie going through a tunnel in a freeway. And then all of a sudden he gets hit by a car and everything just explodes. But it was this build to that moment. And when that moment happens, your just jaw drops, sober or not. It doesn't matter. You're just because you're kind of watching this video what is this guy doing walking on a freeway? He takes off his jacket. He's just shirtless. Everything's moving in slow motion. And then a car hits him and you're just not you don't know what to expect at that moment. But when the car hits him, everything just kind of explodes around him. It was
I'm seeing the video now as a matter of fact.
Very
you found it.
Superman-esque.
It's very powerful, but it was but it's because the video just drags until that moment. And you're almost I want to give up on this video. And the fact that you don't, then you're really this is incredible.
Yeah, there's so much out there. That is
really cool.
That is, yeah. See, it's tough to call the best one.
Someone said, "OK Go," the band "OK Go" with the video with the treadmills.
So that one was pretty great. That was fun.
They never disappoint with their music videos. They're always crazy stuff going on.
And that's how people got to know them. I mean, they pretty much made themselves famous with that video.
Beastie Boys Sabotage just got texted in. That's a great one.
Super fun, yeah.
I keep wanting that one to turn into an actual television show.
Oh, me too.
I'm trying to think of, and I don't know. I know when the first movie ended up having a CGI scene, but I'm trying to think of the first video that might have used CGI, and I don't know if You Might Think by the Cars was CGI or just stop motion animation, but it was weird. But I think whoever did that should get a nod, because CGI was pretty cool to put into video and put into movies. So,
and then if you go into that era, then Take On Me by Aha.
That was really good.
I remember seeing
that was good.
They showed that music video in a movie theater. That was the first time I saw it. It was right before a film. It might have been Toxic Avenger or Rad. I can't remember. It was one of those two. We watched both of them on the same day. And I remember they played Take On Me, the music video, and I was just like, this is really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, that was good.
Oh, one text has a great one. Johnny Cash's Hurt video. First video to make me get full on choked up.
Oh, wow, yeah.
The ending of that music video, you do struggle to fight back tears, especially knowing that it was towards the end of his life.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Sledgehammer.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That
Gabriel.
was...
Do you know that one?
Yeah.
Danny?
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
Do not.
What about All the Small Things by Blink-182?
Heck yeah.
Was that the one they made fun of all the boy bands?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, What's My Age Again? When he's running around naked.
Yeah, and they have a super hot nurse.
Oh, what was her name? Oh, man, she was a porn star.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Damn it.
This is surprising you don't remember the name of a porn star. I'm a little disappointed.
I'm starting to get worried about my mental capacity. I can't remember her
I'm
name.
a little worried about this.
Janine.
Yeah.
And she had another name, but like that's all. You knew her as Janine.
Yeah, you didn't need to know anymore.
It's like Lindenhomer.
Yeah. Well, did the texter give us their did they tell us what they thought the best video was?
Yeah, I've been reading them. Sledgehammer.
No, I mean
All
the
the small-
texter, the original
OG
texter.
one.
The
Oh,
original,
no.
the OG.
I was like, I've been reading text this whole time, BJ.
No, I was wondering what the original texter
No,
thought.
they didn't.
Yeah.
Virtual Insanity by Jamiroquai.
That one was so cool because
The
it was
floors
all
moved.
Yeah, it was all practical effects. It wasn't the floor that moved; it was the building around them. All of the walls were the things that were moving.
Yeah, that was a
Super
trippy music
cool.
video.
Wow.
If you're into like horror stuff, the one that I always liked was Korn's. I can't think of it. It's like a mini movie where like the bugs moving through them.
Oh, I don't know that one because I like Freak on a Leash because that was super.
Is that
cool.
the bullet one?
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
bullet
That
one,
was
which
the
was
cool one.
great.
Bob Sonebro, this is the right answer. If there was a right answer, this is it. With Arms Wide Open by Creed. It's obvious.
Damn it, I was going to say that too. It's a joke. I remember that playing all the time on MTV when I was in middle school.
Yeah.
What about November Rain? A few people texted in Guns N' Roses. That was like a full on show. Like,
Yeah,
you got to
that-
set
yeah.
aside like 20 minutes to watch that.
Yeah.
See, I'm probably a little bit, I don't know if you guys got to see most of these music videos because they were really popular when I was in high school, but My Chemical Romance, basically any music video they came out
Yeah.
with.
The
whether-
Black Parade is pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Like, my favorite was Helena just because it was such a weird concept and idea of them just, being at this girl's funeral and then, when everyone's praying, she's up and dancing around all of them. It's friggin' weird. I love
So
it.
what we're saying is we're never going to be able to say what the best video is.
No,
There is no best video. Right.
Yeah.
They're like saying, hey, what's the best record of all time?
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
You can't do it.
No.
Yeah.
Tom Petty, Don't Come Around Here No More. Is that the Alice in Wonderland one?
Yes.
Oh,
That was so good.
Yeah.
Or even just Last Dance with Mary Jane because it had like Kim Basinger as like the dead woman.
yes. That was awesome. Not her being dead, but the
No,
video.
no. But she's
I
kinda
think she
like
was.
walking
I
around.
think she's
That was
still
fun.
okay. Yeah. I think she made it.
There's so many. It's so fun to see some of the text messages because I forgot about so many of these. Like Genesis, Land of Confusion.
Oh, yeah.
no.
Well, that's the creepy puppet
No,
one.
I
Yeah.
hated that one. That one
Yeah.
literally gave me nightmares because of the Ronald Reagan puppet.
Yeah.
Those puppets were awesome.
That
Yeah.
one was
I
terrifying.
love puppets.
Good stuff.
I love puppets.
I do.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
didn't
good
like
stuff.
that one?
like puppets.
What is the issue with puppets?
They're creepy.
They'll steal your soul.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Wow.
That's
well,
what they
remember,
look like.
Steve wants to be a ventriloquist. This is not good.
Right. These puppets aren't going to steal your soul. They just want to bring smiles to your face.
These don't look like they'd bring smiles to our faces.
They look like they're on like a weird acid trip. I'm not going to
That's a
lie.
fact.
But
Oh, yeah.
They're not a jalapeno on a stick. I don't want it.
Okay, fair.
Oddly specific.
Ooh, Fat Boy Slim's weapon of choice with Christopher Walken.
That was a
dancing.
good one.
That was great
Oh,
too.
yeah. Yeah.
And I never really liked Fat Boy Slim's music. It was tolerable at best, but that video was awesome.
Yeah.
I like the twist and Smack My Bitch Up. Was that?
Oh, it was
Prodigy.
the chick
Yeah,
that
the
did.
Prodigy.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, that
That
was such-
video was so like controversial that it was banned during the day on MTV.
I know. I remember when they were like, "We will only play this at midnight," and I remember staying up and watching and being like, "This is so cool."
The B girl from Blind Melon, No Rain.
Oh yeah, that one was adorable.
Also too controversial to show during the night. Ooh. No, I was kidding.
I was like, "Wow, really?"
No.
Oh, during the night it was too controversial.
Yes. Yeah,
You have to watch it during the day.
like you can only enjoy this during the day.
Wow.
Christina Aguilera, Dirty, just because I like looking at Christina Aguilera and
Genie
when
and
she was
the
dirty.
Ball.
Yeah.
No.
No?
What?
I mean, not best video. It's a good video, but I mean, we're going to just start saying because everybody's hot, we're going to.
Yes.
Yeah.
What else do you watch music videos for?
Shakira.
Especially when you were
Okay.
like 14.
No.
It was amazing.
The hit
You know
video.
what? We
Yeah,
have to look.
so high.
Yes, they're great to look at, but we have to, there needs to be more of a criteria than that.
No,
I don't
doesn't.
think so. I don't think
There's
so.
so many other videos you're kicking out of the top spot
Who are
because of that.
you to poo-poo that art?
Who are you?
Yeah, okay.
Oh, I forgot how great that video was.
it's so good.
There we go.
The highlights are the best.
Is that a gold bikini?
Yeah.
That's a fantastic
Yeah.
gold bikini.
That was her, like, at her, like,
Her tippy top.
yes.
Excuse me?
If you-
That was when it was just like, you just sit there and you're just like, I'm not doing anything for the rest of this video. I'm just going to stare at this screen. Like, if there was even cell phones back then, you wouldn't be even playing on your phone. Like, you put your phone down because you needed to watch that video.
yeah.
Wow, they even threw like a shirtless guy in there. Why did they do that? That's. I mean, geez.
Because she's dirty.
I'm not looking at anything
Honestly,
else but that.
up until today, I didn't
yeah.
even know there was anyone else in the
I
video.
know.
But it's like
Oh, you know
that
what?
blur filter. Everything else is blurry around her.
Oh, I see. There's a lot of dudes just watching her. That's what it is. Okay. There's like a whole ring of. Oh no, there's a ring of girls too. All right.
She dirty.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
Great choreography.
I'm not.
Great use of lighting.
It's not. Yeah. This is not the best video ever made. Sorry.
Yes, it is.
You know, honestly, it is better than anything else.
Okay.
It might be the best movie I've ever watched.
Okay.
I know what I'm
It's
doing
only
this
like 3
afternoon.
minutes long.
It's a cinematic
I know what you're doing this afternoon too, Danny. That's great. I'm going to take out Kleenex stock. Okay, so hey, here's a question for you. What do Ryan Castle and a birthday party have in common? I'm going to tell you at 9:50 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW. And now, the Ryan Castle question of the day.
What do Ryan Castle and a birthday party have in common?
Bouncy house.
Oh, bouncy house.
Yeah.
It's been a while, yeah.
I actually bought one, put it in my backyard.
Oh,
Everybody got through the pandemic in their own way, BJ. I got through it inside of my bouncy house.
Even Ryan, he doesn't even have kids.
Yeah.
He's in a
but
bouncy house.
You know how I can afford a bouncy house? I don't have kids.
that's a good point.
Seems fair.
Some of the best toys are really wasted on children.
They
I
really
agree.
are. They really are.
Well, we got a recent survey that said that the average price that a parent shells out on their baby's first birthday party is $293.
Wow.
Yeah. Dang. Sweet 16s cost $280, and the 10th birthday is $229, 5th birthday $226. So really, that first birthday party is the most expensive.
Yeah, I know that. I mean, like, even though like we didn't have a party, we still like set it all up like it was a party for pictures.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
you got a balloon arch. That's one of the big reasons why things are expensive, they say.
I
for
saved
that.
a couple dollars because I did it myself, which I will never do again because it was very difficult.
You know what? Those are memories that'll last a lifetime. Just kidding. That kid won't remember any
no,
of it.
but that's why we took a lot of pictures. That way we could show her that we once spent a lot of money on her.
This is when we cared before you were a jerk.
Yeah.
There you go. That's great. I don't remember this. Can I have the money now?
Now you get $10 and tell you to leave us alone.
Ryan Castle, he's up next. He's got a 12-pack.
BJ and Migs play of the day.
So Vicky has made 2 good calls for us, Steve.
Yeah, how about that?
Yeah.
Took it long enough.
It took her long enough.
It took you guys long enough to freaking watch these things. How long have I been toting around my Stitch stuffed animal?
That's
like
why I didn't want to
airplane?
watch it. I always thought that was stupid, so I figured the show was
Yeah.
stupid.
Yeah, there you go.
No, see, I am a taste maker. You're just not up to my level yet.
Welcome to the club.
Welcome to the club of
Team
tastemakers. You know what, Steve? You are doubling down, and I really appreciate that.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. How much does bankruptcy cost?
Well, bankruptcy costs, of course, vary depending on what type of case you're filing. There's a certain amount of court costs and other out-of-pocket costs that you're going to have in any case. The filing fees in a bankruptcy case are about $300, whether you file Chapter 7 or Chapter 13. One of the things to watch out for when you're shopping for bankruptcy attorneys or looking at the different cost options is that a lot of times, especially the really cheap places, don't tell you up upfront about all the court costs and whatnot that you're going to have to pay in addition to the attorney fees. So make sure that you get the full picture when you're comparing prices of bankruptcy lawyers on what the attorney fees are, how much your court costs are going to be, so that you can really make a true comparison.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com.
This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. As we continue to listen, learn, and grow, we are amplifying Black voices and perspectives in an effort to start a new COVID-19 vaccine conversation. We're sharing stories intended to help us navigate this unprecedented time together and to co-create solutions in support of the Black community. Hear these stories at weconsiderwa.org.
Make your kitchen ready for every summer gathering this Memorial Day with LG and Lowe's. Our exclusive InstaView appliance suite includes ranges with air fry, refrigerators with slow melting craft ice, and an exclusive dishwasher you can only find at Lowe's. Plus, you'll get up to 10% back via a MasterCard prepaid card when you bundle eligible LG products via rebate. Shop Memorial Day savings at Lowe's. Offer valid 3/3 through 5/18 on select LG items only. See Lowe's.com/rebates for details and timing.